The traditional or typical family in my culture is two parents and probably most commonly is like 1 to 4 children. Also, many families it's normal to have divorced parents, and a lot of times when the parents are divorced, they do remarry. I have two parents and one sister. I believe that family and society values education and involvement in sports because it helps keep children out of trouble and on a good path. They also value friendships and family time, especially on holidays. Generational changes are very broad, but I would say that there's less racism and sexism are definitely something that I've noticed less of. Although it's definitely something that still needs to be worked on, and it is a topic that's brought up a lot. Um, and I think that is because of a good generational gap that some of the older people still are kind of stuck in their ways, if you want to say that. I believe that the LGBTQ acceptance is also a generational change because younger people are accepting that community more. Um, Urban life is what most people want because those are the areas with more likely a higher income and better schools, more things going on in these towns, like shopping and different things to do than in rural areas, and there's better health care. Um, Family life is very important, and there are pressures from family members to be in relationships and on the road towards marriage around the age of 20. Some people that I know, their parents kind of push them towards getting in relationships to make sure that they will become married. Um, but it's not frowned upon if you don't get married until later and a little bit later in life, like the late 20s, early 30s. Some people do also have children young, although people who have children before marriage, well, it can be frowned upon, although it's something that I think I see becoming a little bit more widely accepted. Um, Events and holidays that bring people together are Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, Valentine's Day, and the 4th of July. On these days, people usually spend time with their families and eat together or exchange gifts depending on which day it is. Some other events that bring people together are Mother's Day and Father's Day. People usually give gifts or maybe make them a special meal to make them feel appreciated. Um, I think most traditions are dependent on the family and what they have um, commonly done in the past because every family is different, so they all celebrate things a little bit differently, even if some main core things are the same. Um, so I would say the traditions overall don't really change, like the very common traditions in this country. And in the US, there are a lot of different cultures. So individuals like may adopt different traditions from different groups, like their family and friends, who maybe have a little bit of a different culture, different ideas and practices. I also think that the younger generations do tend to follow the traditions of maybe their parents or grandparents because they can see that it makes them happy and it also reminds them of their childhood. They also might integrate new traditions into their lifestyle once they become married or for other reasons.